Stick to with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we have 4 games in the NHL, and then we have 10 games in the NBA. So a decent NBA card.
But most of the games suck.
Yeah, but we will give them all their due diligence. I've already moved on 3 of the hockey games. I like this hockey card, even for a 4-game slate. I like this card a lot.
Half the NBA card has spreads of 9 or higher.
What else is new? It's the National Blowout Association. But but before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, I guess we gotta look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Wasn't fun. Had a big bet on the Niners. Had a double-digit lead at one point in the game. And it happens. You have frustrating losses. It is what it is. And all my props that I put out there lost. Ayuk, Kittle, Juszczyk, all of them lost. My 2 teamers that I had, the Blues money line came through, but the Niners didn't. Canucks money line came through, but the Niners didn't. It hurt. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, we're good. That hurt, but we'll move on and hope that today's a better day.
Yep. Only we had 2 plays on the site. It was originally 1. We added the other. If we didn't add it, we would have had a break-even day because the 47 pushes. We added the Niners. That was a mistake. I knew it was a mistake as soon as I saw Trent on the Niners, so shit happens there. Not to mention, 10 out of the 11 biggest bets of the Super Bowl were on the Niners. So just rough there. It was always Mahomes. They had to give Taylor Swift the Super Bowl. So Swifties have now had, or Taylor Swift has now had more success as a sports fan than I have in 24 years. Cool. But that's beyond the point. Big on football. Jets Super Bowl 59 champions. Let's go for next year. And yeah, goodbye football. I will not miss you because besides the wild card round, which was phenomenal, I believe divisional, championship, and Super Bowl were all negative, which was just so much fun. So bye football. Won't miss you. Baseball starts up Friday for college. I'm super freaking excited for that one. And we'll go from there, Nick.
Yeah.
We'll say hi to the chat. Rangers. No.
Froze, or I froze, or one of us froze, or
You froze. You're good. There you go. Rangers in regulation. No. Yes, sir. What's up, Justin? Stacks Pod Bucks. No. Give me the Nuggets. I'm just continuing to fade the Bucks, though. Yo, fam. What up, Markel? Looking for another winning day. Off Monday off. Start off. To start off. Let's do it. You like Sela today? Who does Sela have? We have our plays. Let's see if there's any other ones that would be fun to add on to our card. Where's Sela? Because if you're mentioning Sela, there's something with Sela. No, I think that's about right. I don't know if I would want to touch that one. Good luck to you. ESB, my guys. What's up, Nathan? Let's cash twins. Let's do it money line. I would have tried to get Niners at plus 3.5. That would have cashed. Really thinking Cavs minus 9.5, but scared. It's their first game back home. I'm not. I don't lay prices like that. I have Cav futures. That's all I need. It was a great Super Bowl until the end. Until the end.
I will say, betting wise, that was the worst Super Bowl I've ever had. Betting wise,
yeah. Massive prop. Nope. No. The Super Bowl sucked. Money bag. I hope Nick likes Vegas tonight.
I've already taken Vegas -1. Absolutely.
And we're not gonna read Joe Kryptonites because he's showboating his Chiefs. So we'll just skip over Joe Kryptonite with the Chiefs. Good morning, ESB. Had a good yesterday. All plus money. There you go. What was the Gatorade color?
Purple.
It was purple. Purple. Neither team to score 30. There you go. And you're on Taylor Swift money line. Yes, we know. We know, Joe. Let's just start firing away, Nick. You got some hockey. I actually kind of like this game, but I feel like I don't need to bet a certain team right now because I have futures towards them. So Calgary Flames, New York Rangers minus 156 is your total in this one. Where are you going with this one?
See, I think if you like them enough to have futures on them, you should be making money on them now as well. If you feel that confidently about a team right now, bet them. Plain and simple. Just because you have futures does not mean you can add more game to game with these teams. If you think they're a team that are going to go on a run, bet them. And I think this is a team that's going to go on a run here. And that's the Calgary Flames. This line opened up at $1.45. It's up to $1.49. I can attribute that to Igor Shesterkin getting confirmed, even though I don't think that's the better option at the moment. We'll get into that. The line opened up at a 6 at -116. It's now a 6 at -110. So we've had a line move towards the under. We have a slight move towards the Rangers, and I believe that line move towards the Rangers is purely them confirming Igor. And the public perception on Igor, which I will look to try to make money on the with the Rangers with Quick in net. I will not be looking to do that with Igor in net. 81% of the tickets and 93% of the cash is on the Rangers. 2,000 tickets in. So we've had nothing but Rangers money, which is slightly moved the Rangers there. The line to the Rangers. We have 47% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on the under. The line has moved towards said under in that game as well. Let's get up my projections for this game here, where with Igor, I have the Flames closer towards a pick 'em in this game. Like I have this game at a pick. I got plus 130 with the Flames. All three of my plays in the NHL today have plus price tags next to them, which is always fun. I got Calgary in this spot. When you look at what the Calgary Flames have done, this is a team that I think the All-Star break was extremely beneficial for them because heading into the All-Star break, I think they were struggling. No, they actually not. Heading into the All-Star break, they were struggling. They lost 4 out of their last 5 games heading into the All-Star break. The only game that they won was a 1-0 win at home against the Blackhawks as -300 favorites. A struggle win. Since then, they've come out of the All-Star break firing like a cannon. 4-1 win against Boston, a 5-3 win against New Jersey, a 5-2 win against the Islanders. Now, one thing that could be very concerning is it's the last game of a successful road trip for them, because after this they head home, but they do play the Sharks afterwards. And when you look at this matchup, I give the goaltending edge to Jacob Markstrom in this game, who has actually been really good as of late, and I believe they've already confirmed him. So I really do like the Flames in this game, and I was waiting for them to confirm Igor in order for me to back the Flames in this game. So I am going to be on the Calgary Flames at plus 130 in this spot against the New York Rangers. If this was quick, I'd be off the game.
True. I do like the Flames today. I have futures on them to make the playoffs. They're currently 3 points behind the 8 seed, which is the Blues at the moment. I think Calgary is going to be one of those teams that's going to make a nice run come second half. and really kind of raise their stock. Honestly, they have a shot to be a top 3 team in their division. Although Edmonton's kind of been hot. Maybe not top 3. They're probably just a wild card team. They're 6 points behind Edmonton. Edmonton is not going to slow down. And then Vegas and Vancouver. So I lied, not a top 3 team. But I do think they're going to be a solid wild card team. Maybe even win around in the playoffs this year. I like the Flames in this one. I would grab their money on.
My concern with the Flames there in the playoffs is they're going to get somebody like Vancouver in the first round if they make it in, or they'll get somebody like Dallas or Colorado.
I think they would match up well against Dallas.
Maybe against Dallas, and we saw. Here's the thing, though, is we saw that matchup a couple years ago, and that was the coming out party of Jake Ottinger when those two teams played. And basically, the Flames, that was a different Flames team. Obviously, they still had Johnny Gaudreau, they still had they had Kachuk, they had that team put together well. And that was a game, that was a series that the Stars almost won in 7 games, despite being like a $3 dog.
There you go. Let's head back to the chat. Man U, Ivory Coast, Chiefs. Good job. I said purple. There you go. Under in the VGK Wild game.
We will get into
4.5.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Under in the Flames Rangers game. Fernando thinks the Flames Rangers game is
at 6.5. I can only look towards the under in that Flames game. Absolutely.
Nah. I'd rather have quick as well. I fully agree with Nick's Ranger analysis. They haven't been doing good, especially with Swiss twerking. Magic Mahomes and his favorite football team won again. Good-ish Marco KC again. Next year, 3P. Let's go Swifties.
I have 4 teams I've already circled to ones I want to have Super Bowl futures on. One's kind of a shaky one, but 3 of them I'm interested are the Ravens, the Packers, and the Browns. And I'm kind of interested in the Lions as well. I think the Lions or the Packers will represent the NFC next year.
Nick, you forgot. It's just going to be the Chiefs again. We can't have, the Chiefs are the New England Patriots. We can't have fun in the NFL anymore. Going to try Bulls money line. Won't fault you for that one. Underdog's going to be barking today. We'll see. Now all I need is Bucks or my Road Warriors to win a chip this year. No, it's going to be the year of the repeat. The Chiefs won, the Nuggets will win again, and the Vegas Golden Knights. Anyways,
yep, I could see the Knights.
I could see the Golden Knights, and eventually they have to come back down to earth. Flames, that is. I don't know. No goal first 10. Okay. Now back to your regular tuned message. What up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Timmy, you know the rest of the same, my dog. Let's get it. Chelsea -1 over Crystal Palace at 1 o'clock. I did not look at that game, and I don't think I'm going to bet it. Kansas, no. Nope, do not like Kansas today. I'm on the opposite side. A&M, Jackson State, TCU, Houston Christians, Texas Southern. I don't think I did not make plays in any of those games. I did not make plays in this one. Is that Bojangles? Nope. No Bojangles at all. I don't eat from Bojangles. I don't have sweet tea from Flames money line, yes. Marcos, I don't know about the Warriors or Bucks. Bucks lose tonight. Bengals next year. No, I don't think so.
And thing for me,
although it would be a good, I feel like that would be an interesting spot because normally, hear me out, you always see a team that goes from last to first in the division.
Here's the thing, though, is they're in the toughest division in football. So no, like I see them. I see them moving up to third place. I think the Browns are a better team. I think the Ravens are a better team,
especially if the Browns have Watson.
Yeah.
Packers Super Bowl. Yes. Packers Jets Super Bowl. Let's get it.
I can definitely see the Packers making the Super Bowl.
Good morning. I'm glad I teased the Niners at 4.5 and the under. I teased the Niners and the over, so we both cashed. First half unders cashed, yeah. KC is the new New England, and Mahomes is the new Tom Brady. Yeah, nobody wants to see them win anymore. Flames, Kraken, Yotes, Vegas, Golden Knights.
I can get involved with all those. I did not play the Yotes game, but I did play the other three.
Now that football is gone, yay! All we got is March Madness, yes, and then NBA in the playoffs to look for. Marcos,
how about the Stanley Cup playoffs?
No. Marcos, what do you mean all we have to look forward to? No. We've got baseball coming up. We've got baseball. That's what we get hyped for. I love myself some baseball. Come on. Don't take that seriously. Just saying shit. Fair. Over 1.5 first period. Okay. Nick, Vegas in regulation. We'll go over that game in a minute. 333 passing yards for Mahomes last night. What a number. There you go. NHL playoffs is the best. Baseball blows. No, baseball is the best. Baseball is the best sport. I don't want to hear about it. We'll see you, bro. If Chef Curry get to cooking like he did against Phoenix on Saturday, come April, and Dame and the Freak. No, okay. Dude, just stop. NHL and Stanley Cup playoffs, the best is yet to come.
Yeah, Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, that's the best playoffs in sports. I'm sorry. It's the best playoffs in sports.
No. Baseball is for 60-year-olds. No, baseball is for the intellectual. Who like numbers. College baseball. Yes. College baseball. Yes. College baseball and ECU, baby. Oh, sorry. March Madness is the biggest cash usually. Yes. But I do like by baseball. Yes, baseball. Oh, my bad, Tim. We got baseball, yes. And WNBA, yes. I hear you. Okay, Tim, I'll stop. Stop with what? Dude, Curry's not going to carry your team anymore. This isn't 5 years ago. Game 7 overtime is the most intense.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Any overtime hockey, like especially if your team's involved, if you ever want to have your butt clinched for as long as possible, watch overtime hockey.
Lovely. Nick, let's head back to NHL because we're 18 minutes into the stream and we've gotten one game done.
That's not a problem. I mean, we addressed the chat and all that. So I mean,
I know, I'm joking. Kraken Devils minus 140, 6.5 is your total. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's get into this one real quick.
Release the Kraken.
All right, let's get into it. This line opened up at a minus 145 for the Devils. It's down to a 129. So a decent line movement here towards the Kraken. We had this line opened up at a 6 at minus 106. It's now 6.5 at minus 106. It's now 6.5 at minus 101. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, as we have 1,500 tickets in, 55% of the tickets, 76% of the cash on the Kraken. The line's moving heavily towards them. 75% of the tickets are on the under. I have this game projected as the wrong team favored. I have the Kraken here as the favorite in this matchup. Now, obviously, they have the major goaltending advantage. It will be Nico Dawes today. It will not be Vitek Vanacek. He was not skating this morning, so Nico Dawes is confirmed for tonight's game. And he's not been particularly great. That being said, no goaltender for New Jersey has been particularly great, and their defense has not been particularly great. 3.938 expected goals against on average the last 10 games. So the Devils are giving up a lot of chances, a lot of opportunities. And the Kraken are coming in playing okay. They lost their first game back from the All-Star break, 3-2 to a Flyers team that is continuing to still play well, even though they're without Carter Hart and all that. I think Jacob Erson's just going to be fine. We're going to be talking about them next game there. But I think that the wrong team is favored in this matchup. When you look at the Kraken, I look to them for them to make a little more of a push towards the playoffs. Now, I don't think they make the playoffs at all. They were a team I really liked heading into the season. And then on the other side, the Devils have really struggled as of late. They're off a 1-0 loss against Carolina. Vitek Vanacek actually played really well in that game, which was really annoying. But with that being said, I took the Kraken here at plus 115. All my plays are plus money today. I had plus 130 with the Flames. I got plus 115 with the Devils, and we'll get into the last play in a couple games there with that Minnesota VGK game. But I'm on the Kraken here in this spot.
Kraken it is. I'm not really betting much hockey. I did not bet this one, so there you go. That ECU baby takes me out every time. Let's get it. Swear I can't wait for baseball. Dude, I am excited for baseball. For college baseball, MLB is going to be a rough year for the Mets. WNBA to look forward to. Yes. Boo. Markel? No. Markel, we make money in WNBA. That's how it is. You said stop talking about Golden. Well, come on. I didn't really think you were being serious, actually thinking that the Warriors have a chance at winning. Release the Kraken, yes. Baseball requires an understanding of math and physics. Yep. WNBA is ass. No, it is not. No, it is not. There's some players with nice asses, but that's not the point. Kraken upset. They always split the series. Who you got? The Fakers winning it all? Yeah, Dinwiddie. No. Lakers. Come on, you know who's winning it all again. So the year of the repeat. Where do you get all the ticket information, Nick?
Action Network.
Action Network. There you go. If Philip is in, then it's an over.
Grubauer. Yeah, I could see that.
It's okay, Tim. This is like a Sunday NFL chat. Yes, it is. Elo, the Iceman will probably be on the over. Looking at some of the games, here's what I got. Wake Forest, yes. Nicholls State, didn't bet. Northwestern State, didn't bet. Elon game, didn't bet. Bucknell, yes. Alabama State +4, didn't bet. But good luck today.
Alabama State, we did bet. We're on Southern.
What?
Alabama State game?
Yes, we're on Southern. Sorry. Well, now you know all over plays. Over 1.5 first period. Was leaning Devils. Why is MLB going to be rough? Because the Mets are going to suck.
As a fan,
and Nick, you know why the Mets are gonna suck, right?
And
the Mets need speed. The Mets need power. The Mets need pitching. That's what I'm thinking about right now.
So that's why the Mets are gonna suck this year. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, WNBA is boring, but money. Hey, you know how many WNBA games I watch every year? 0.
None.
Good morning, Nick. How are you? Just
terrible.
No such thing as a rough year for my Braves. Yes, we know. They're pretty much a lock to win the division. Laughing. Yes, Tim, we know Denver got a good chance to repeat, but I don't think they'll beat someone like Boston easily if Boston makes the finals. I think it's going to be Cleveland. And the Nuggets match up well against Cleveland. Skylar Diggins-Smith. WNBA is pure entertainment for Joe Kryptonite. We make money on the WNBA. We do. Let's jump into this one, Nick. We got the Coyotes taking on the Flyers. The Flyers are minus 150 in this game. Where are you looking?
Yeah, and looking at I when I first glanced at the card, I was like, yeah, Arizona looks like a nice little spot here. I'm going to stay off this game. This line opened up at a 150. It's down to a 146. So it's moved slightly towards the Yotes here in this one. Line opened up at a 5.5 at minus 116. It's a 5.5 at minus 120. So we've had a move towards the over, and we've had a move towards the Yotes in this spot here. And I know a lot of people are going to love to jump to the Yotes here. I had this game projected around 140, 145 for the Flyers. So I think this line's about right when it comes to this game. Samuel Erson's been fine. He's been fine. Been serviceable. And this Flyers team that everybody was writing off at the All-Star break, kind of me included, out of the All-Star break has won 3 in a row after losing 5 in a row heading into the All-Star break. Did we really think a team that was coached by Tortorella was really going to come out of the break with the way they played pre-break and play that bad again? I didn't think so at all. I had them against the Panthers. I leaned towards them against the Winnipeg Jets. And that Kraken game, I knew to stay off. And this is another spot where I was like, my first thoughts was, yeah, let me back the Arizona Coyotes in this game. I think it'd be Flyers -1 or nothing at this point for this game. I have no interest in betting this game, though. I think this line's about right. But if I had to bet this game, I'm taking a shot at the Flyers before I am with the Yotes. Am I interested in really making a move on this game? No. We had 34% of the tickets, 75% of the cash is on the Coyotes, 2,000 tickets in, and 73% of the tickets, 99% of the cash on the over. And then I also have this game projected around 5.24 goals. So maybe a slightly towards an under, but no play here for me.
Yeah, complete pass. I'm kind of being selective. I think I only am going to go after who do you call it tonight?
Flames.
The Flames. I think the Flames will be my only bet tonight. But I will be putting in a future in a minute. So if you're able to go back to the chat for a minute while I kind of gather my thoughts on that one real quick, and then I'll announce it for the next game.
Where'd you leave off?
There
we go. Yotes money line, the over 5.5. Coyotes of Ingram plays. Now, if we get Vejmelka, I'm playing the Flyers -1 most likely. If we get Vejmelka, I'll take the Flyers. Yeah, Coyotes. I like watching the ladies jump around. There you go, Joe. Will the Flyers make the playoffs? They very well could. No. Why is that at 5.5? Almost want the over. Wow. Philly team total over. That's not a bad look. Betting Coyotes here would be suicide. Really? Interesting. Honestly, finding the best unders in NHL and betting that. Just betting that. There you go. VOD playing the Flyers definitely isn't suicide with Ingram. With Ingram, I have no interest in the game. If they switch to Vejmelka, though, I'll be more interested in the Flyers in this game. Let's keep it moving here. Last game of the NHL card, we have the Vegas Golden Knights and the Minnesota Wild. The Golden Knights $1.40 favorites, total 6 in this game. Line opened up around a 141 to around a 140. So really no line movement here. 1 cent towards the Wild. Line opened up at a 6 at plus 102. Is now a 6 at plus 109. So we've got to move towards the under, and we've got a 1 cent line movement towards the Wild. 33% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the Golden Knights. 2,500 tickets in. 42% of the tickets, 58% of the tickets, 53% of the cash on the over. And the line moving towards the under here in this game. I think the under is definitely worth a look. Maybe a Wild team total under. I think it's worth a really good look here in this spot. This line jumped off the page to me, and maybe I'm falling for a trap in this game, but I've mentioned this before. I truly don't believe in traps in the NHL. And my numbers have the Golden Knights around $2 favorites in this game. I played the Golden Knights at -1 at plus 115. There's just too much value for me to pass up on that. And if I'm falling for something, so be it. I also do lean towards the team total under with the Minnesota Wild at plus 105 to the under 2.5. When you look at this Vegas Golden Knights team, they've started to turn things around. Gee, I wonder when that happened. Oh, yeah. When Adin Hill returned. Adin Hill has won 4 consecutive games since returning. And he has not given up more than 2 goals in any of them. A 3-2 win against the Islanders, a 5-2 win against the Rangers, a 3-1 win against Edmonton, a 3-2 win against Arizona. The only game that the Golden Knights have lost in their last 5 since Adin Hill's returned, 5-2 loss against Detroit. Who is in net? Logan Thompson. The only game the Vegas Golden Knights. They haven't lost a game with Adin Hill yet. I want the Vegas Golden Knights whenever Adin Hill's in net. Whenever Adin Hill's in net, I want the Vegas Golden Knights, and I think Adin Hill is a big reason why the Vegas Golden Knights can find themselves right back in the Stanley Cup this year. I'm on Vegas at -1. Even if it's Logan Thompson here, I think they have a massive goaltending advantage over Gustafsson or Fleury, whoever Minnesota wants to put in there. If they confirm Hill, I might grab some team total under with the Minnesota Wild as well. But for me at the moment, it's just Knights -1, plus 115.
Now, I'm and Cannon's already got it real quick. I'm going a little bit of two futures, and I'm going to parlay them together as well because I wanted to do it last year and I messed it up last year because I did certain team that won with the Leafs instead of with Vegas. Let's do it. And I believe they're better lines than they were preseason. Nuggets, NBA Finals, 450. I believe they were 350 or 400 in the offseason. So slightly better odds on that one. And the Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup at 12-1, which I believe they were, 8-1 when the season began? This Vegas Golden Knights team has turned something around. If Adin Hill stays healthy, like you mentioned, this team is dangerous. And if you parlay both the Nuggets to win the finals and the Vegas Golden Knights to win the Stanley Cup, you'll get a plus 7,050. That's what I'm doing. Go Knights, go. Mile High Basketball. I'm parlaying them together.
There you go. But yeah, Vegas -1 for me at plus 115. I like that too. Yeah, I like that. But I don't hate those futures, honestly. I wouldn't be shocked if we get a repeat of last year. Florida, Vegas. I still think Florida's the best team in hockey. Florida, Vegas, Florida, Colorado, Florida, Dallas. Like those are not Dallas, but Colorado. Vegas, Colorado, Vegas, Florida. No, Florida, Colorado, Florida, Vegas. Yeah. I could definitely see that. Let's see. Trying to find it. Yeah. Both teams will score at least 2. Fair. I switched the halftime show. It was good. Or watched the halftime show. It was good. Yeah, it was good. Not great. Coyotes meant playing Coyotes. I meant there you go. This is a cold cut under. I kind of agree. VGK Adin Hill is just that good. He has the capability of being the best goaltender in hockey when healthy. If you're not betting the under, I don't know what you're betting on. VGK money line. They're way better and faster than the Wild. Agreed. The Wild aren't as good as I expected this year. I did not expect much from this year. I think I gave out – actually, I don't think I gave them out to miss the playoffs, but that was a strong lean for me for the Wild to miss the playoffs this year. And that was a nice price if you would have bet the Wild to miss the playoffs. Just not high on this Wild team. Under 6.5, bump it up. I mean, that could be a little juicy. But yeah. Sorry, Terry, but the VGK is taking the Wild behind the woodshed. VGK in the under. There you go. Wild underperform every year. Nothing new. Yep. Under 4.5 plus 275. Under 2.5 at $15. Wow. That would be a ballsy cash. There. You would need a shutout. Adin Hill is a cheat code. Vegas is a much better team with him in net. Could Hill not be confirmed and play next game? Yeah, but they don't play till the 17th. Vegas doesn't play again till the 17th. So they've got a few days off. VGK Cup futures. I wouldn't talk you off of them.
Yep.
They face the Hurricanes next game on the 17th. If you had to pick someone to score, who are you betting? Any game?
Someone to score? Oh, I got it. Give me Andrei Kuzmenko from the Calgary
Kuzmenko.
Flames.
I don't hate that at all.
He's been hot since he's gone over to the Flames.
I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, Kuzmenko. Flames plus 195, boosted with DK. Sounds beautiful. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Jared McCann goal. Wouldn't talk you off of that. Parlay Flames, Kraken, and Yotes plus 1.5. Good luck. I'm on the Flames. I'm on the Kraken. Duke, Flames, Kraken, and Knights. Worst halftime show. Yeah. Wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. People don't think goalies matter. Look at Aiden Hill. Exactly. Love Kansas money line.
Texas Tech tonight for me. But money line, I will say, because I noticed that you are on the opposite of system plays for me. So I respect it. You're always consistent with that. And I'm always against you on those system plays because I see Kansas money line, a top 5 team in the nation, at plus money, and I'm fading it. So I understand loving it, and that's exactly why I went against it. So proud as a Coyote fan, but miss him. Any thoughts on the Rockets and the Knicks? Yeah, we'll talk about it. I think the Knicks absolutely beat the crap. I'm not betting that game. Now, I'll be honest, and this is what's kind of keeping me positive in NBA this year. I've been more selective. So I'll point that out. I'm not going to be betting every single game. There you go. I took 5 games and crossed them out right away as I was looking through them. So
yeah, and yeah, this will be the first. This is the first game that I have, or the first slate that I have capped for the NBA. So we will get into that here. We're gonna kick it off here with the Charlotte Hornets and the Indiana Pacers. Pacers 11-point favorites in this game. Total 238 in the spot. Let me finish typing in this one. Wrong game. And I'm totally messing up my spreadsheet. There we go. All right, cool. Let's get into this one here. We got to switch over my line history from hockey to basketball. I have totally come prepared. So just give me 2 seconds here. Switch everything over and have it take forever to load. Here we go. This line is down to a 10 now. This line opened up in 11. It's down to a 10. So line movement towards these towards the Hornets in this game. Line opened up at a 238.5. It's still a 238.5. It got down to a 238. Got all the way up to a 239. So it's really not moved at all. The numbers here. Feels like every single game this is the case. Sharp money is on the Hornets. 36% of the tickets and 45% of the cash is on the Hornets. The lines move towards them. 12,000 tickets in, so a decent sample size here. 43% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the over. The line's not moved there. I agree with the line movement down in this one here. My number had the Hornets as an 8.5-point dog in this game. Do I have any interest in backing them? No, I don't. I get it. The sharp money is on the Hornets. I just don't see with the line moving as now it's moved to 1.5 at an 11. I'd be more interested in the Hornets in this game. I still would lean towards them with the 10. But am I interested in betting this game? Not particularly. The Hornets are coming off of a win. They won as 5.5-point dogs against Memphis. Indiana coming in off of a 14-point win against New York. As well. I'm going to start this off with a pass. I would only lean towards the Hornets here in this spot. And I'd actually lean a little bit towards the over in this spot here. We're seeing bigger bets coming on the over. The line's not really reflected that, but my projected line for this one's at 241.5. So I do see some value here with an over. Granted, we've seen a lot more unders from the Pacers as of late. This is a team that's now 5-5 over under. Hornets have been a little bit more of an over team, but their totals have been in the 220s, not the high 230s. So this will be a simple stay off spot for me. I would lean Hornets and over, but I'm not going to get to either.
This is one of the 5 games that I crossed out. I'm not laying 11 points with the Pacers, especially on the road. Well, I'm not laying 11 points in general with anybody. I don't care who you're playing. And I'm not touching the Hornets, who are coming off of a win. Previous to that, they had lost, was that like 10 games in a row? This is a team that has covered 3 out of their last 10 games. So, no, I have no interest in going after this game. I don't feel the need to want to go after this game. There is 5 games on this card, and I'm not touching any of the games that have 9 points or bigger spreads. So, no real interest in this one for me. I know somebody mentions Halliburton. Halliburton in, Halliburton out. I don't care. I'm not betting this game.
I think maybe this line movement tells us that Halliburton's out.
Maybe. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. I stay away from it. Wake Forest and Duke. Give me the Demon Deacons. Alcorn. Who's Alcorn got today?
Mississippi Valley.
No, give me the Delta Devils. Didn't bet it, but I lean Delta Devils. Nick, are we betting NBA?
Yeah, I'll be betting some NBA today. I'm not going to go gung-ho on it.
Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Untouchable. Game time decision, Pacers, minus 11.5. I need Halliburton. I got what you meant. Crazy day yesterday. Blues, moneyline, Capitals, under, and the Chiefs. It was always heads, Chiefs in the under. Yeah, Glad to have cash considering I couldn't watch or live bet it a little because I got stuck at work pulling a double. That sucks. Is Rockets under or over? Probably lean towards the over, but not enough to want to go after it. We finally got the guy that was robbing our store. I personally was responsible and saw him get capped by our security guard. Nice. There you go. Halliburton, player prop, 12 assist. There you go. Pass. Over. I could see an over in this game. Hornets plus points, not interested. Yeah, I wouldn't be either. Let's jump into this one, Nick.
Yeah, this one's now I'm gonna need injury reports on this one because this tells me a few players are out. No Embiid. No Embiid. We all know no Embiid. Cool. All this tells us no Maxey? That's my next guess. I'm well aware there's no Embiid. Thank you for letting me know there's no Embiid.
Maxey's in.
Maxey's in. What the hell is this line? Let's get into it here. And if I can have a good reason why this line's the way it is, and I mean the line's moving against them. It opened up at an 8, it's up to a 10 now. So 2-point line movement towards the Cavaliers in this game. Line opened up at a 231.5. It's down to a 230.5. So we've had a slight move towards the under, and we've had a move towards these Cavaliers, a 2-point line movement towards this Cavaliers team. 13,884 tickets in, 62% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the under. We have 77% of the tickets and 81% of the cash coming in on the Cavaliers, and the line's moved from an 8 to a 10. The question is, how far is too far? Maybe this line is too much for this team, because I have this game projected around 5.5. Take out Embiid, probably 7.5, 8 range. So maybe this line is about correct when you take a look at it. And the line move is just money coming in on the Cavaliers. I would only look towards the 76ers on the spread in this game rather than the Cavs in this one here. And I have a slight lean towards the under in this spot as well. The line moving towards the under. I project this game around at 227. So maybe the under is worth a look in this game. Bigger bets coming on the under, line moving towards the under, things along those lines. I can only look under in this game, but it's 229.5 now. Let's see what it is on my book here, because I remember seeing it's on Bet Online at 231.5, 230.5. I'm seeing 230.5. I would only look under in this game for me.
Well, you already know my opinion on it. Said Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they're the best team in the Eastern Conference right now. Their hottest team right now. Just to throw out a little bit more, you want to add a little bit to that. Nuggets Knights parlay. Add the Cleveland Cavaliers to win the East at 10-1. All of a sudden, you're staring at a plus 78,000. Just saying. Cool. A dollar will win you a cool. What would that be? $700. Just throwing that one out there. I mean, I can't bet the.
Tim froze. Either Tim froze or I froze. I think it's Tim. There. Yeah, Tim froze. I don't know where he was going with this game. I think it was a pass for him. So we'll head back to the chat. We will pull Tim from the thing. Hopefully he resets himself and he's good. Let's get back into the chat here in this one. I grabbed the Canucks money line live. Bet plus 105. There you go. When they were down 1-0, and I'm on a 5. And there you go. Oh wow. I won't get in front of the Cavs. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I have no interest in fading the Cavs. I was hard on Super Bowl Sunday. Carded off. Interesting. My quick hockey takes: Seattle, New Jersey under, Flames money line, Coyotes and under, VGK puck line and under. I like the VGK puck line. I'm on the -1. Flames money line, yes. I'm on the Kraken though. So yeah. Tim froze. Yes, thank you for letting me Tim froze. Yeah. I was just making sure it was Tim phrasing, not me.
Yep. Nope. My Wi-Fi went wonky for a minute.
There you go. We'll move on though. The Hawks are 4-point favorites in this game. Total of 238.5 in this spot. Let's get into the line history in this game. Line opened up at a 5.5. It's down to a 4. So we've had a move towards the Chicago Bulls. Line opened up at a 238.5. It's down to 237. So we've had a move towards the under. We've had a move towards Chicago in this one here. We have 35% of the tickets are on the Bulls. 53% of the cash is on the Bulls. So about 8,900 tickets in. We have 47% of the tickets and 49% of the cash is on the over in this spot as well. The lines move towards the under. 53% tickets, 51% of the cash. Fine, whatever. Looking at my projection in this game here, I have the Hawks I believe I have the Hawks as favorites. I do. I have them around 2.5-point favorites in this game. So out of 4, I'm kind of interested in the Bulls in this spot. The sharp money's on the Bulls. The lines move towards the Bulls. And at the 238.5 number here, I have this game projected at 236, so it's a slight lean towards the under. I am interested in Chicago here in this spot. I would like to fade the Hawks at this favorite price tag. What's your thoughts here on the Bulls here? +4 and +150.
I will say the Hawks have been a little bit better as of late covering the spread. They've covered in 6 out of their last 7 games. The one they didn't, they were a 4-point dog, and they lost by 5. This has been a team that's been a little bit more consistent as of late, which is impressive to see. Trae Young's really started to show up. Now, this Bulls team, I believe this for a while now. And I'm surprised they didn't do it at the deadline. Why didn't they blow it up? Trade everything that you can, get some prospects, get some draft picks. No, you didn't. They didn't want to do that. I think the Bulls are in purgatory. They're not going to do anything. They're a play-in team at best. They lose in the play-ins, they're done. Every year until they blow up this project. It's not working. And I think if they blew it up last year, maybe they could actually look halfway competitive in a year or two. But no. It would be a lean towards the Hawks for me, Nick. But I'm not going to go after this one.
Yeah. Looking at it, the Bulls were playing decent heading into their last game. They had won 3 out of 4, and then they went and they lost to the Orlando Magic. Sorry. But I'm interested in the Bulls. I'm going to move on the Bulls here. I'm going to take the +4. I'm going to take the +150 with the Bulls. I'm just interested in fading the Hawks here. And my numbers, so everything for me correlates here. My numbers like the Bulls. The market likes the Bulls. The lines move towards the Bulls. Everything correlates for me here to move on Chicago. So Chicago +4 and +150 for me.
There you go. Chances that Bulls win. Nick likes the Bulls.
Yeah.
I
better than 40%, which is the +150. I think it's better than 40%.
He likes the Hawks today. That's fair. Hawks been low-key hooping. Pass. Yes, the Hawks have looked better as of late. So, Golden Nuggets and Jazz. Yes, both of them. LL, Nick, what was that motion after you said Orlando Magic?
Orlando Magic. Wow. I'm sorry. That song goes harder than it absolutely should.
This one is a ugly game.
It is. And we love and here at Earle Sports Bets, we love our bum fights. We do. This is probably, I don't know. Let me take a look at the further slate just to make sure that there's not one that one's up this. It's not. All right, we'll play it. This would have to be.
Stop it. Get some help.
The 1-800-GAMBLER game of the day. The Spurs and the Raptors. Raptors 6.5-point favorites. Total 235.5. This line opened up at a 5.5. It actually got up to a 7 at one point, and now it's back down to a 5.5. So we've had no line movement, but we had initial line movement here towards the Raptors. And we've had U-shaped line movement where it's come back down to the 5.5. Line opened up at a 234. It's up to a 236.5. So we've had a move towards the over, and we've had no move. We've had a U-shaped line movement on the side in this one here, but we've had nothing but a move towards the over in this one here, with 63% of the tickets and 63% of the cash is on the under. But yet this line's moved towards the over. And then we have 53% of the tickets and 72% of the cash is on the Spurs. The initial line move was towards the Raptors, but probably that's some buyback there. Once it got to 7 and then this back to 6.5, money came in on the Spurs in this game here. I have this game lined around a 232 for a total, which disagrees with what the market is saying. The market's saying over. My numbers are saying under, so that's a good stay off for me there in that one. And I had this game priced at a 6.5, 7. So I think this line's pretty spot on here. As much as I love betting bum fights, this is a pass for me.
I promise I will be betting NBA today. This is not the game. I will be on a game. I'll play in the next game. There's no way I'm laying 6.5 points with the Raptors. That just doesn't happen. And a San Antonio team that's 5-22 on the road and 12-15 against the spread on the road, no thank you. I'm happy with my Spurs win total under. That one looks pretty solid at the moment, unless they go on a big run, which if they go on a big run, I'll tip my hat. I'll move on. And the Raptors suck, so I'm not trying to lay points on them. This one's a complete stay away, and we'll actually have a play in the next game.
Yeah, I'm looking to make a move on a hockey game real quick.
The motion by the Orlando Magic. There you go. Any thoughts for the Astros for spring training? No, I don't have any thoughts for the Astros spring training. Pass this game to the back of the line. Raptors, good luck. No untouchable Warriors today. No Warriors today. Where was the alien invasion app? That was kind of bullshit. Plus 100,000. Dude, I was waiting for the aliens all game. Unbelievable. Spurs money line. No, I don't like the Spurs. Let's go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, by the way, real quick, I would like to make one play official because I just moved on it here. We just got the confirmation. It's not Connor Ingram. It's going to be Kirill Vejmelka for the Arizona Coyotes today. I'm going to be on the Philadelphia Flyers at -1 at +104. So that will conclude my card. +104, Philadelphia Flyers -1. So yeah, now I have plays on all 4 sides tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Denver Nuggets -1 against the Milwaukee Bucks, total of 232 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot here in this one. The line opened up at a -115. Pick 'em. It's now a -1 for Denver. Line opened up at a 233.5. It's now a 231. Let's just take a look, seeing that this is a pick 'em type of game. Let's take a look where the money line opened up. It opened up at a 115. It's now up to a 118. So we've had a 3-cent line movement towards the Denver Nuggets here in this game. Here, let's take a look here at the cash flow, where it is pretty damn even in this game. 9,100 tickets in, 48% of the tickets and 60% of the cash is on the Bucks. And the lines move slightly towards the Nuggets. But, I mean, it's pretty split when it comes to the spread. 49% of the tickets are on the Bucks. 51% of the cash is on the Bucks. So basically 1% off of 50-50 there on the spread. 50% of the tickets and 59% of the cash on the under in this game here. My projected line for the total was around a 234.5, 235 range. So I do have a slight lean towards this over in this one here. As for the side, I know Tim's going to disagree with me here. I think the wrong team is favored in this spot. And I get it. It's only a -1, but I have the Bucks as a 2-point favorite in this game. In this spot. And that's just me having these teams semi-balanced with the Bucks with the home court advantage. I have these teams, I think, about a half point different, maybe 1 point Nuggets -1 on a neutral site. But for me, I would only look the Bucks in this game. I would only look towards the Bucks in this game, personally. I'm actually interested in this over a little bit here. I want to take a little bit of a deeper dive into this over in this spot at a 231 now. It's dropped, so maybe not, but I would lean towards the over.
I'm on the Nuggets. I know you say wrong team favored. Well, this is a Bucks team that is a fade team for me. And we've been fading them together, Nick, because this is a team that's just been really rough since firing their coach for no reason. Or what did he made fun of Giannis's brother? Like, is that really whatever? No. I think it's all a bunch of bull crap. Giannis and Damian Lillard are both kind of beat up right now. Giannis is probable tonight. Lillard is probable tonight, but they're kind of beat up. No Middleton. I think the Nuggets are favored for a reason in this one. I'm on the Nuggets. I got their money line at -110. I know I am a Nuggets fan, so it could seem biased. It's not, and it's not me backing the Nuggets. It's me fading the Bucks, who are 2-6 since firing their head coach. So I'm gonna, and their only wins were against Dallas, which I believe they didn't have Luka that game. Right? Did Dallas have Luka that game? He did. Never mind. But it wasn't one of his good games. How many points did he have? Anyways, and a blowout win versus Charlotte. Which, if you're impressed for a win against Charlotte, then you haven't been watching the NBA. Sign me up for the Nuggets tonight. And not to mention,
I'm not betting this game. I've only moved on one NBA game. I'm very invested in a 4-game hockey slate, so I'm not overly gung ho on betting much basketball today.
I'll mention one more thing. The Nuggets have a good track history against the top teams in the Eastern Conference. On the road, they have already beaten the Celtics. And who else did they beat on the road? Celtics.
Not the Sixers.
Not the Sixers. That was a close game, though. I thought there was one other team that they beat on the road.
They beat the Knicks.
No, they got blown out by the Knicks, but that was on a last game of road trip.
Cleveland.
I thought they had another big win.
Cleveland.
No, they lost in Cleveland.
The Nuggets have not been a good road team this year, and that's why
That's why looking at it, Milwaukee is a big home team. They're 22-6 at home, and they're a dog. That should tell you everything you need to know in this game. That's why I'm on the Nuggets. So Denver in this one.
Fair enough.
Red Raiders, yes. And FAMU didn't bet it, but good luck. Bucks first half, spicy chicken nuggets, full game. Good luck. You were LOL. We were always going to be on opposite sides. Markel. Steph had a nice walk off, but it's a new day and a new look. Jazz. I like this Jazz team. I think I like this Jazz team, although I don't think they'd really do much in the playoffs. And the only reason why that top 4 in the West is stacked. Denver, Clippers, Minnesota, and Oklahoma City is stacked. So keep that. That's the only reason why I wouldn't really look towards any other teams to really make it out of the West. My only bet is Bucks third quarter. Sabres going to be sellers at the deadline. Probably. Sabres suck. They were overhyped. And I knew once everybody was super hyped about them, then I knew
they got some decent pieces they can trade too. Like they got some RFAs coming up and UFAs coming up at the end of the season.
The Bruins are interested in Gergesons and Kyle Okposo. I will drive them
would
up
be
to
too.
Boston myself.
I absolutely would be interested in Okposo. He's a veteran. He's a good depth piece. Like there's some, and also isn't Middlestad? No, did Middlestad get extended or no?
No, but he's going to. Joker triple-double. Yes, triple-double, yeah. Duke, no. I'm on the opposite side. Lines are dirty because game time decision for Lillard and Giannis, so I could fall for the trap. The Nuggets. Agree, Tam. Keep fading the Bucks until further notice. That's my thing.
Here's what I want to do for this game, and here's how I'm going to approach this. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what these injury reports come out to be. If no Giannis and no Lillard, and I can get 6 points, 6.5 points with the Bucks, I'll take them.
Okay. Nuggets for the win. Super Bowl on Nickelodeon was funny as shit. We didn't watch that one. Lean Nuggets, yes. In soccer terms, Bucks are Barcelona. Okay. Nuggets, Bucks, finals preview. I do not see the Bucks making the finals. I like Cleveland over them.
New York.
I like the Boston Celtics over them. If Embiid gets healthy and is back by the end of the year, I would take the Sixers over them. Maybe the Knicks. I still think the Knicks are just a year off, but that's just me.
If the Knicks are healthy with Julius Randle and with OG Anunoby and with Jalen Brunson in the playoffs, I mean, that's a dangerous team.
Yeah. Joker triple-double, yes. Wolves, no. Rockets, no. Yeah, untouchable. I'm not backing a team that don't play defense. Warriors, money line, no. Me and Joel are against each other a bunch today. That's fine. We'll jump to this game, Nick, which I have zero interest in.
Yeah, we have the Pelicans as 9-point road favorites against the Memphis Grizzlies in the spot here. Total 223 in this game. Now, I've seen so many times of my numbers that they like the freaking Grizzlies, and it's no different here. Line opened up at 9, and it stayed at 9. Line opened up at a 224. It's down to a 222.5. So we've had a move towards the under. We've had no move on the side. Let's take a look at the cash flow on this one here, where the public all over this New Orleans Pelicans team. 74% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the New Orleans Pelicans. And the line's moved nowhere. Maybe this is a decent spot here for the Grizzlies. 69% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the over. And the line is moved, I believe, slightly towards the under, if I remember right. I had this game at a 5 for Memphis. I see value on Memphis. The line not budging, even though 74% of the tickets and 94% of the cash is on the Grizzlies, is very interesting. That the lines just stayed put, which makes me very interested in the Memphis Grizzlies. Do I want to trust the Memphis Grizzlies? That's the next question. The answer is not really. They're 5-19 at home this year. This is a bad team. However, granted, these are, I'm assuming, with John Morant. But, I mean, actually, I don't know if it was because they've played in New Orleans twice this year already on December 19th and December 26th, 2023. And the Grizzlies won both those games, 115 to 113 and 116 to 115. So the Grizzlies have had the number of the Pelicans so far this season. Am I interested in the Grizzlies here? I can only look in the direction. Do I want to back a team that's lost 8 games in a row? Not particularly. It would be Grizzlies or nothing for me, but it's probably going to be nothing.
I'm so glad I bet the Grizzlies to make the playoffs.
That was hell of a call by you, by the way.
One of my very proud moments in sports betting. So, no. This is a pass for me. I saw this game. I want nothing to do with it. It would be a lean towards Memphis or nothing. Just grabbing a home dog. But I don't – and I will say, if this was last year, I would have been on Memphis. It's not. It's not last year. And I do want to stay off of this game. I'm going to completely pass on it. It's been fun talking some games. I will say I will be on the last 2 games that we talk about. We got 4 left. I'll be on the last 2. So it is what it is. Sometimes there's a 10-game slate and you only like 3 games.
Fair.
Knicks can't even make it out of the first round.
I think the Knicks at least make it out of the first round. Who would they get? Who would they get right now, hypothetically speaking? Who would be the playoff?
No, Sixers.
Oh,
they'd beat the Sixers. Well, it depends on if Embiid is back.
I don't think
if Embiid is back, Sixers win that series. And then the Sixers lose in the second round.
I think with Embiid, Knicks in 7. I think without Embiid, Knicks in 5.
Watch this funny. The guy of the not that it matters, but didn't know you could have watched the Super Bowl free on Nickelodeon. Yes, you could have. Fly, Pelicans fly, only if Zion's playing. I don't trust the Knicks in the playoffs. I wouldn't either. All ifs. If your aunt had a nutsack, she couldn't be your sister. What?
If you've been on Nerd Talk, it's a reference to that.
I have not been, so that's fair. Let's jump into this one, Nick, which we've mentioned the Knicks a bunch of times.
Yeah, and I have, as much as I've been hyping up the Knicks, I have no interest in them right now, especially with all the injuries that they're suffering right now with no OJ Anunoby, no Jalen Brunson, and no Julius Randle at the moment. When they get healthy, they'll be a bet-on team again. I think we fade the Knicks until that. Let's get into it here. In this spot, we have this game opened up, but the Knicks has 4.5-point favorites. It's down to a 4. So we've had to move towards the towards the Rockets. We've had to move towards the Rockets here. 221. This line opened up, and it's at 221.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. 53% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. This line's moved towards the under, I believe. 6,300 tickets in. We have 47% of the tickets and 51% of the cash is on the Knicks in this game. And the line's moved towards the Rockets in this one here. Public on the money line for the Knicks, 73% of the tickets with 66% of the cash. I am very interested in these Houston Rockets today. And I have this game projected for the Knicks to be a 1.5 point favorite in this game. The Rockets at home are a better team than they are on the road. We all know this. They're 18-9 at home this year compared to 5-20 on the road. Granted, the Knicks have won 8 straight matchups against these Houston Rockets. And these two teams just played a little bit less than a month ago. The Knicks won by 15 points on January 17th against these Houston Rockets. It was in New York, though. The Rockets are coming in on their first game back after a 4-game road trip. So not a super long road trip. It'll be their first home game in 10 days. But they played the T-Wolves, the Pacers, the Raptors, and the Hawks, and now they were returned back to Houston. Thank you, Joel, saying that Brunson will play today, which makes me feel even a little bit better about the Rockets in this spot here. I want Houston in this game. I'm not somebody who loves betting against the Knicks that often because, for me, they're a team that has a lot of value this year, but not with all these injuries at the moment. And you're giving me 4 and plus 145 here at the Rockets. I'm going to take them both here. Give me Houston to beat the Knicks tonight.
I think the Houston Rockets could be an interesting play, but once again, I like the 3 plays that I'm betting today, and I don't feel the need to force action, especially during college basketball season as well. When I know I'm going to have action over there as well, I don't feel the need to want to go and bet some NBA games that I don't necessarily need to. It'd be lean towards the Rockets, but once again, kind of just a stay away for me in this one again.
Fair enough.
Clippers, yes, and Bronson will play. There you go. I would like to just completely skip over this game. Thoughts, Nick?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we will still give the game its due diligence because it is still a game that potentially we can make money from. Let's take a look here. We have the Washington Wizards. They're at the Dallas Mavericks. It's now a 12.5. This line's dropped. It was a 13. It got up to a 14.5. It's down to a 12.5. Line opened up at a 245.5. It's up to a 248. So it sounds like defense is going to be plenty optional tonight with a 248 total. Let's take a look at the line history here, where 54% of the tickets and 57% of the cash has come in on the Washington Wizards, 8,400 tickets in. When we have 48% of the tickets and 58% of the cash on the over in this game as well. I have this game projected around a 10, so I think this line movement down kind of makes sense here in this spot. And I have this game projected around 245. So I think the line opened up at the right spot there for the total. Am I looking to make a move in this game? Not particularly. It would be Wizards or nothing for me, but no play.
I'm in the same boat. 14 or half, 14 and a half, 12 and a half. I don't care. I'm not messing with the points that high. I will say, and you said you kind of like Washington, right?
Well, yeah, I would only like Washington.
16, 8, and 2 against the spread on the road. They've been a good covering road team. Pass. I don't want to. I'm not dealing with this spread.
If this was still a 13.5 for me, I would take it. Or I was seeing 12.5. So yeah.
Mavs and Doncic double might also sprinkle triple-double. I don't hate it. And as much as I love Joker, Luka's going to be right up there with the MVP talks. I think Luka should be the number 2 in terms of MVP right now.
And here's the thing with Luka being competitive with Doncic, and I know
with Joker.
Yeah. We actually have respect for Doncic. I know. Unlike the center from Philadelphia. So I wouldn't hate seeing Luka win the MVP. And I think there's great value in Luka to win the MVP because
there definitely is.
Who is the NBA going to give it to? Jokic for the third time in 4 years? Or a brand new face in Luka Doncic? And I'm not saying this, but think about voter fatigue.
Yeah, that's why Embiid won last year.
Yeah, because they didn't want a back-to-back MVP. So Embiid won. Would it surprise you to see them give it to Luka?
Right now, according to the betting odds, Luka's 4th in betting odds. Obviously, Joker is minus 160. SGA is 275.
Ooh.
Giannis is 650. Luka's 10-1.
I would take a shot with Luka 10-1.
I would take a shot with Luka as well. If I was to go off, I'm gonna stick to my Joker because I have a Joker future, but figured we could always throw it out there. So,
I'm actually really tempted to bet a Luka MVP ticket. I really am. because he kind of reminds me of when Russell Westbrook won MVPs. He's a do-it-all type of guard that will stat pad for himself and win MVPs by stat padding. Like, would it shock you to win if Doncic won the MVP? 10-1, I think, is a great number for it too. Damn it, I want to bet that.
The only problem is where are the Dallas Mavericks in the standings?
Yeah, then that's a great argument
compared to where are the Nuggets in the standings.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why Luka is not going to win MVP. That's why SGA is higher than him.
And that's why Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Giannis Antetokounmpo is above him.
Yes. But anyways, let's keep rolling because this has already been an hour and 15-minute show, and at least I'll have plays in the last 2 games.
Yeah, and I have no problem with these longer shows. I like talking things out. I like having a show. I enjoy doing all this stuff. Golden State Warriors, and just think, Tim, come baseball season, hour and a half shows are going to be normal.
Oh yeah,
because baseball is a long breakdown. But Golden State Warriors are 1-point favorites, total of 240.5 in this game. Just think about those nights where it's going to be baseball with the NBA and hockey. And I'm sorry, let me get back to the Golden State Warriors and the Utah Jazz here. Where this line opened up at a +1 for the Warriors. It's now a -1 for the Warriors. So we've crossed over 0, and now the Warriors are favorites in this game. Line opened up at a 243.5. It's down to a 240. So we've had to move towards the under. We've had to move towards the Warriors in this spot here with 56% of the tickets and 54% of the cash on the Warriors in this spot, 7,500 tickets in. We have 40% of the tickets and 53% of the cash on the over, and yet the line's moved towards the under in this spot here. I had this game projected at a pick'em. I think this line is spot on. I think this line should have been a pick'em. It is a pick'em, and I have this line at 240.5. So I think this game, when you look at the numbers, pretty spot on. It's a sharp number. I would only look towards the I wouldn't look anywhere in this game. I think this is 100% correct.
I like the Jazz. Coming off of a blowout loss against the Suns. And the Warriors are coming off of a last-second win versus the Suns. So both these two teams, last team played was the Suns. But this is a Utah team that I trust at home. 17-7 at home. And I can go 18-6 against the spread, but it doesn't really matter the spread. It just matters whether or not they're winning the games. And this is a Utah team. I think Utah could possibly be a play-in team. Actually, I believe they're a play-in team right now. Yeah, they would just be sitting outside. They're a game and a half behind the Warriors. So this is a big game for the Jazz. I think they win this one at home. I'll take their money line. I think I got it -103.
Yeah.
Game time decision. Luka nose injury, first sniffling for 2 months. Okay. Under 3.5 in the VGK Wild is +500. All right. Might be safer than 2.5. Gotcha. If you missed your line, if you were on Joker for MVP, no, really. I think I got him 4-1. Orioles over for wins and AL East champions. Yes, over. Yes. Nothing too crazy. Jazz money line. Jazz -2.5. Collins double-double. Laurie Markin double-double. There you go. Curry with another clutch moment for the dub. No. Playoff style basketball. No. These are two play-in teams, maybe. This is your game of the night.
Yeah, and this will be a one to sit back, relax, and enjoy. But I don't know how much betting interest I have in this game because I was looking at this game a little bit. My numbers and the market disagree. So this will be one of those games where my numbers like one side, the market likes the other, and I stay off. But let's get into it here. This line opened up at a 3 for Minnesota. It's up to a 4.5 now. So we've had a 1.5 line movement here towards the Los Angeles Clippers. Line opened up at a 222. It's up to 223. So we've had a 1-point line movement towards the over here as well. We have 47% of the tickets and 59% of the cash, 10,500 tickets in on the under, yet the lines move towards the over. And we have 66% of the tickets and 81% of the cash on the Clippers. And the lines move towards the Clippers here in this spot. I have this game lined around 2.5 for this game. I think that these two teams are pretty balanced. and the Clippers are the home team. And I had this game at a 2.5. I think that's about right. Do I have any interest in backing this game? Not really. My also the market says over. My numbers say under. So this is a game that I'm just going to stick to the two dogs I have for today. Looks like it's just going to be Bulls and Rockets for me in the NBA, which I'm totally fine with only having two spots in the NBA. I'm looking to be extremely low volume when it comes to the NBA, and we'll stick to that for that here in this one as well. Bulls and Rockets for me today, and that's it.
I'm on the Clippers. And I got it at 3.5, so I got a good line. There's a Clippers team that's 20-5 at home this year. One of the best home teams in the NBA. Now I will say, I want to reiterate this. The Western Conference in the NBA is the most competitive thing in sports right now. You got the Timberwolves, who are a half game up on the Clippers, on the Thunder, and on the Nuggets. 4 teams separated by half a game. This is a really, really good race between these 4 teams. And I can't wait to see how this ends the rest of the season. I think at the end of the night, we'll see 3 teams tied for first and Thunder sitting a half game back still. I like the Clippers in this one, and I obviously think the Nuggets in an earlier game. So I think you're going to see a 3-way tie up top of the Western Conference. Give me the Clip Show minus 3.5. I would still take the 4.5 here and there.
Fair. That is all the games for today. We'll go ahead and do we'll go ahead and wrap up. I will say, Nick, quickly put up your plays on the site for hockey. Once Nick puts up his plays up on the site, all of the plays for today that are up on the site will be on the member-only portion of the YouTube channel as well. $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. If you guys are interested in that, I still believe there's 10 people who are already joined with us for that. Though for anybody who is, those will be out in a little bit. Make sure you guys are following all the social medias, all the links in the description below. For me today, if I had to bet one NHL play, it is the Flames. And then in the NBA, I like the Nuggets, I like the Clippers, and I like the Jazz. Nick? Yeah. Calgary, plus 130. Seattle, plus 115. Golden Knights, -1, plus 115. Flyers, -1, plus 104. On the site, the 2 -1s will be puck lines. But that's what I'm rolling with that. And then more plus money. +4 and plus 150 with the Bulls, +4 and plus 145 with the Rockets.
There you go. Thumbs up from Joe Kryptonite. Good luck, everyone. Yes, good luck to you, Fernando. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. As always, good luck, everybody.